guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my top tips for turning your shirts from boring into really cute. Small disclaimer, I just got my braces tightened, so if you can hear me having a lisp, I'm really sorry about that. I really wish I could help, but I can't. But yeah, anyways, let's get started with the video, and I hope you enjoy. Tip 1 is how to make your neck hole different and unique. So if you go here to your eraser tool and click the brush size, you can get a lot of new shapes and stuff like that to make your neck hole and other parts really cool. So like if I wanted to make a cardigan, for example, I'm sure you've seen this somewhere, but in case you haven't, here is a brief overview. So I'm just going to click this star right here, and then I'm going to turn this triangle like this just to make the star align with the center. Like that is good. And then you can just make like a little indent right there, and then if you select this part here, you can use your eraser tool again and then make another one at the top like that, and that way, oops, that's not really aligned, and that way you don't have to like mess up this top box here. So that is what I like to do. For the neck hole, I usually just use my lasso tool and use the bezier, but if you want to use an eraser form, then I recommend using these three shapes right here just because they have that like cool shape at the corner. So if I were to use this pentagon and I were to like align it like this, I can just like go like right up to here and then click the erase tool, and boom, you got something like that. And then you can obviously go in with your bezier to round the edges off and stuff like that. As you can see, it's quite large because I like to have the neck hole like really big and around the avatar's neck. But if you just want to have like a small circle in the front, that's totally up to you. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding a bow in the front here. And I really encourage you guys to try to add like some special decals and stuff to your outfits, and it just looks a lot more professional and unique. So I have this PNG here, and if you want it, again, I'll be linking it down below. And then I'm just going to be resizing it to fit this small area here, and I'm going to be using the free transform. And so to recolor it, you just click it and then go to adjustments and go to color lookup, and then you can just kind of choose what color you want by using these tools here. So if I wanted to make it like a little darker like that, it'll look like that, and then if I wanted it lighter, it'll look like that. Okay, so I just messed around with the colors and stuff, and I ended up with this really cute color. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how I shade. So shading is cool because there's tons of like ways to do this. So a way that I like to do is I like to just go into my color here and choose a darker color like this, and then go to my brush size, and then go to like a really soft size and large size. Unfortunately, Pixlr does not have really cool brush textures and stuff, which I really hope they will add soon. But I'm starting to use like these kind of brush sizes here. I think these are like the best to use. Go ahead and like kind of go like with it, and you can just click around. And then go up to the top and click filter, details, and blur. And then you're just going to blur that a little bit like that. Then click the three dots by the shading layer and then decrease the transparency. Or I mean increase the transparency. And then I'm just going to be deleting the excess shading across the shirt, so like anything outside of the shirt. Okay, so now that I have that out of the way, I'm going to be starting my highlights. So it's pretty much the same process as my shadows, my shading, except obviously instead of a dark color, I'm going to be choosing a lighter toned gray, so like around here. And then for my brush size, I'm going to be choosing a like soft, like a more rounder brush size, so around like 20. And then I'm just going to be duplicating that and moving it one up like this, just to like kind of make it easier for myself. And then I'm just going to delete this part area later, and then I'm going to be blurring it, and something like that is good. And then of course you're going to increase the transparency. Okay, so I added this image, which I'll also link down below, and it's basically just these small little lines here that's just going to make my top more detailed. I'm going to be clicking these three dots by the layer and then going to click overlay, and this kind of makes it more like better. And then I'm going to be just duplicating that until I reach all of the fabric. And then I'm going to be toning this down a little bit, so just go to adjustment, brightness, and contrast, and turn down the brightness a little bit, and boom, you already have a really cool texture now. So now I'm just going to be adding an undershirt, so it's just really easy. Just make a new layer and then just put that underneath all the other layers, and then make a little box inside, so like around there is good. And I'm going to be making it pink. So click here, pink. Okay, so we're pretty much done with the whole shirt. Now I'm just going to be showing you guys some miscellaneous tips that I have for you, like blurring, using gradient tools, etc. So let's say I wanted to make a small little gradient between the pink and the white colors I have here. And keep in mind, these are on the same layer. So if your boxes are on different layers, just merge them together. Now I'm just going to be clicking this button here, and it's called the blur tool. And you can either sharpen, smudge, or blur with this. I'm just going to blur. And what this does is, as the name suggests, it blurs. And as you can see, I made a really small gradient, but I mean, it kind of still works. If you want to just like draw something with the pink marker and like that, and you kind of want to blur it with it by itself, then you can just use the small brush and boom. You can blur it in like that. To make an actual gradient, it's really easy too. Make a box with your select tools. So if you want to make it like around there, I'm just gonna be gluing that, and then choose the colors you want your gradient to have. So if I want mine to be pink and white, just keep it like that, and then click here to your gradient tool, and you can either do linear or radial. I like to do linear, and it basically just like, if you go like this, it makes a gradient like that, sideways, down, a really short one. And then radial, it kind of just makes the point a little like rounder. So if I wanted to make it diagonal like this, it's going to be a little more round shape like right here. So that is all I have for you today. This is one of my last videos for Pixlr E. If you guys watched my last video, you'll know that I decided to move on to medibang just because Pixlr has like really limiting tools, and I just feel like medibang has just better tools. This shirt will be in my description box to be sold, as well as a bunch of other colors. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below for more videos just like this one, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye! No! She has this thing! And we have cat wire. Why are we in such a famous server right now? I'm not online dating. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.